everybody. Welcome back to High on the Hog. I am your host, Sawyer Dillinger, alongside my dad, co-host John Dillinger. Got a good show for you today.
We got a good show for you today. I said don't step on my line.
I didn't.
You do it every time.
I didn't say,
You
we got a
say
good
it.
show for you
Yeah, but
today.
you
I didn't do it in
say
the
it.
voice, though.
You say it before I can say it.
All right. Welcome back to High on the Hog. I'm your
It's
host.
been a long time since we've been in the studio to do a podcast.
Yeah, I mean,
It's been like a minute and a half.
I mean, not even. We try to go pretty quick. We're trying to get in and out of here. I'm pissing. If y'all see my skin start peeling off, it's hot in here. But Arkansas, Mississippi State.
Give me them hogs. We're out.
All right. Arkansas enters the game 4-3. Unfortunately, with a blowout loss to LSU, devastating. I mean, heartbreaking.
it was
It was
close. 5 minutes left of the game. I don't consider that a blowout.
They blew us out 34-10. Or, I mean, whatever the game was. Yeah, 34-10 to Louisiana State. You ain't calling a 3-point game a blowout?
With 5 minutes left to go in the game, we had the ball with the chance to go and take the lead. We fumble at the 2 or whatever it is, or what. I don't remember if they counted that as an
I'm not saying
interception.
LSU blew us out. I'm saying we blew ourselves out.
Well, I guess you could say that.
Arkansas loses to themselves every time. All right. The University of Mississippi State's going to enter this game at 1-6 with a loss to everyone you can think of. They lead. Wait, Arkansas just narrowly in the lead, 18-15 for the all-time series. That's not a good thing. Mississippi State's historically a bad team.
Yeah, I think it's 18-14-1, but
It's 18-15-1.
okay. Let us know in the comment who's right.
Winsipedia.com. The longest win streak's held by Arkansas's 9-year stretch from 99 to 2017. But State's on a 2-game win streak, and, Dad, they're looking for a third.
Well, this is the 34th meeting, right? 33 previous games. Here's a stat, though, that is true. Since joining the SEC, which is really the only thing I count, Hogs are 18-12-1. And here's another stat. At Davis Wade Stadium, the Hogs lead 8-7. At Fayetteville, the Hogs lead 10-5-1. And on a neutral site, State's up 2-0. We played our first 2 games in Liberty Bowl Stadium, I believe, in Memphis, or at Memphis. I don't know if it's Liberty Bowl back in 1930
Is that like
or whatever
the
it was.
middle between us or something?
I guess that was, that's pretty much a middle ground, neutral site and kind of a middle ground there. So Mississippi State won like the first 3, meetings, but we didn't play. We played like twice in the pre-World War II era, and then played pretty much all of our games since then, which is kind of interesting. I guess it's because State was SEC and we were SWC, but
they were in the SEC.
It was odd that we wasn't playing those teams that I would consider regional. Ole Miss, Mississippi State,
Oklahoma State.
Yeah, we played Oklahoma State quite a bit more, I think.
Oh, yeah. We played them a whole bunch.
Yeah, so you'd think we'd been playing LSU, Missouri, at least the states that touch us,
Yeah.
but didn't play them very much.
Yeah, man, Arkansas, we can be so good. And we will. If we keep our coaching staff right now, we will continue on, and I think we're going to be a really good program, especially with Bobby Petrino. If we can keep Travis Hunter. I wish we had Travis Hunter. If we can keep Travis Williams, I don't feel good about that, but if we can keep him next year, we're going to be a whole lot better.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited for the future of the program, but let's worry about right now. We can be good right now, and that starts by blowing Mississippi State out of the water at their own stadium.
I think that's going to be harder than you think. Like the old saying goes, easier said than done. Now, I will say this. Arkansas should be coming into the game a little more healthier than Mississippi State. Mississippi State is without their second leading receiver. I think his name was what was his name? Bulldogs. Let's see, freshman wide receiver. I had his name a while ago. Anyways, he's their second leading receiver. He's out. They've got like 4 defensive linemen that's out. But, and Arkansas is pretty healthy as far as it appears that Taylon is going to start. Jalen Braxton is out again. But Jaquindon Jackson is out for this ball game.
Oh, okay.
So, no Jaquindon Jackson. Sam Pittman said in a press conference that he had a talk with Braylon Russell, told him basically that it's his time.
Yeah.
And just encouraged him to take the bull by the horns or the bulldog by the tail and,
whip him around.
See what he can do with it. And so we'll see if he has that in him or not.
Okay.
I think he does.
So when you said Jaquindon Jackson was out, I mean, y'all could tell by my reaction. Okay, he's a great running back. Do not get me wrong. I have so much faith in Braylon Russell
in the SEC.
Yeah, he's really good. I mean, he's really good. I was not like, oh Lord, what are we gonna do? I have a lot of faith in this kid. I think he's gonna be a really good Razorback for years to come because he's more than likely gonna start next year unless we bring in a veteran. Because I'm not too high on Rodney Hill. I'm glad we got him.
A good, quick,
he's good, quick, but he
guy.
can't.
He
can't take
has
many
not been
hits.
running the ball like he has in the past.
Yeah, I really thought we was going to start Rashad Dominion. I didn't think we was going to pick up anybody because he was really good last year. I mean, he played when he came in.
Why are we watching an Aflac commercial?
I was watching Prime. That's Coach
you
Prime.
You don't want Aflac. You want shelter insurance.
You can't even get Aflac. It's not legal in the United States to have a insurance. That's probably. I don't think I'm allowed to say that.
Misinformation.
Hey, if everybody else can spread it like NBC and all these people, why can't I? Maybe I want a lot of people.
I feel like we do a lot on this.
We do quite a bit, but oh Lord, but Rashad Dominion has surprised me with how inconsistent and
Rashad Dominion.
Yeah,
that's what Jaquindon Jackson.
Did I say?
Which one are you talking about?
R-Dub.
Okay.
Yeah. It's surprising how he's not been a part of this offense really, but Braylon Russell, man, I'm really high on him. I mean, he's born and raised, grown here.
Well, hopefully he'll take the bulldog by the tail this week and show that he is option one tailback for us.
Yeah, and I look at this guy. He's not going to have the stats, and he's not going to be as prolific as this player. But he reminds me of a Derrick Henry type build and the way he runs and his vision. I think he's going to be a really, really good running back. So I'm high on the Russell.
Be a big old boy.
High on the Russell, Bentonville prospect, and I'm feeling good about this game.
For Mississippi State, also, of course, their starting quarterback went out in the Florida game. They've been starting Van Buren, which is a freshman. He's been doing really well. He had Kirby Smart so frustrated in that ball game that he shoved him and should have been put in jail for it. But anyways, so he's playing good. They've got 2 good tailbacks in Daniels and Booth. They've both rushed for over 300 apiece so far, a couple of touchdowns. They kind of spread it around in the rushing game. They've got a lot of different guys that have run the ball this year for them. And they're pretty – so Jeff Levy is from the Art Briles coaching tree. He is Kendall Briles' brother-in-law, and they've, so I think they've coached together maybe at Oklahoma or something like that. Anyways, Art Briles, Kendall's dad, he's the one of the kind of innovators.
Oh, that's a person? I thought you were...
Art Briles, and he was Baylor's head coach back a decade or so ago, and, was one of the hottest names in coaching. And then he had a scandal kind of like Hugh Freeze did, where they were I don't know.
Paying prostitutes.
It was something to do with prostitutes, or there was some the R word. I don't.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
we're not monetized. I mean, it's not like
Probably-
we're gonna get struck. But anyways, there was some of that going on, and it was said that they were
Lord.
overlooking a lot of things, and so he got blacklisted. From college football. He's not had a major coaching job since then, and I'm surprised, honestly, because Hugh Freeze is back at a
I'm about to say, hey,
major D1.
look, Liberty, they're hurting right now. They just got blown out by. They lost to Kennesaw State.
But I said, did they?
They lost to Kennesaw State. They need a new head coach. Where's Archbishop
I thought
at?
they beat Kennesaw State.
Bishop said that they lost. So if our analyst is lying to you, that's on him, not us.
Okay. Anyways, Jeff Levy's a good coach. He comes from a good coaching tree. Very prolific offensive coordinator. Multiple things that they do, spreading the ball out, running, RPO, all that kind of stuff. And that's why they're hanging around in these games. They're not getting destroyed. They played A&M close last week. They played Georgia close the week before. So they're 1-6, but it's kind of like last year with the Hogs. They've had a lot of close games. They could easily be like 4-3 or 5-2. So I don't think it's going to be as easy of a day for the Hogs as some may be thinking.
Yeah, so I want to know, put in the comments below, when's the last time somebody scored 31 points at Sanford Stadium against Georgia? Because
Been a long time.
it's probably been a while. I mean, they put some points on the board.
Yeah, you tried in that hour and a half cooking in this room. You tried to find it, and we couldn't. So.
Couldn't do it. So
You
y'all
went
let us
back
know in
3
the
or 4
comments.
years, I think.
Yeah, let us. So it's
been a while.
It's been. I mean,
they did.
Yeah, and so that's pretty impressive. I like to say we're gonna blow them out. It's gonna be a tough game, especially with them ear-piercing, headache-driven cowbells.
And we're gonna be
ring-a-ling-a-dinging. Yeah. Matter of fact, I mean, y'all see this tonight. Watch the episode. We're gonna do an instant reaction. Hopefully,
or this morning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got
it'll
you.
be a It'll be a
Yeah, we're gonna do an instant reaction from the stadium.
from stadium.
Hopefully.
It's hopefully y'all can hear us over the cowbells, and we're gonna do
Hopefully them cowbells won't be ringing.
Oh yeah, no. Hopefully them cowbells
Hopefully
went
all
home
the
early.
People will be sad, and hopefully the stadium will be emptied by halfway through the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we're gonna do our wander and ponder. We're gonna be walking
Oh, yeah.
around and doing it. So be looking forward to that video and watch that one. I guess game starts at 11:45.
11:45.
So around what 2-3 o'clock?
Yeah, 3 o'clock or so.
We'll have it out. But anyways,
I wonder if you could go live from your phone or something.
I could go live from my phone, but I don't know
Let's
if
do
that's
that.
smart, because what if somebody at their place runs up and just
Who
starts
ca-
screaming
Who
prolific
cares?
profanities?
I mean,
Connor Wigman's their quarterback. I could not
That's how
think of
you
that
name
dude.
him,
Yeah, I couldn't think of his name. Michael Van Buren Jr., 22 for 41. This is the game against A&M, their last played game. 242 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's a 5.6 yard average. 74 quarterback rating. So he played pretty good game.
had a good game.
He's a true freshman or
True freshman.
True freshman. So I mean that's not hard, or that's hard to do. So 242 yards for him. Devon Booth, 12 carries, 79 yards, no touchdowns on the run. So, Arkansas's got a really good run. We got a really good defense.
They're
I ain't
going to
even
run
gonna.
jet sweeps. They're going to run, different options, and the quarterback's going to run some. But he's not Taylor Green,
No. And then I like the rest of them. 13 carries, 50 for Johnny
I
Daniels.
bet
but-
it was hard to tell who was who. A&M and Mississippi State's uniforms look so much alike.
Yeah, well, I guess one was probably wearing white. But Kevin
That
Coleman
may be why Van
Jr.
Buren threw that interception.
It could be.
And Connor Wegman threw 2. He,
Their
they probably
defense.
just thought it was throwing to their teammate.
Yeah. There's like, what do you mean interception? I thought right to him, hit him in the hands. Receiving wise, Kevin Coleman Jr. is having a pretty good year. I could have been lying about that. I don't know. 8 receptions, 89 yards, and a touchdown, 11.1 yard average, and then
I believe Craver is the one who's out.
Okay, Mario Craver.
I believe so.
All right, let's give this name a shot. Kelly Akaraya.
Kelly
3 receptions for 45 yards.
Akarahai.
Sounds right. Sounds about
nailed
right.
it.
Fumbles for him. Michael Van Buren threw an interception, fumbled the ball once. So there's always room for our defense to make a big play, but our defense does not really make a lot of interceptions or force a lot of fumbles. We just are pretty good at stopping people's drives. So, I'm high on the Hogs still. It's hard.
Defense is going to need to step up from last week. Secondary is going to be tested again.
Step up from last week is, it rubs me the wrong way because our defense played a really good game.
They played a good game.
Our offense gave them the ball at the 2-yard line.
That's
and
a
then,
fact. You're right.
Our offense is so inconsistent. It blows my mind.
But we lost last week. We want to win this week, so we're going to have to step up.
They're going to have to force a fumble or intercept the ball. We have to, our defense, as much as they're carrying already, we need them to carry more because our offense just can't get the job done. But let's give Braylon Russell his flowers and let's give him a chance because I really do think that he's going to show the SEC that there's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Russell, and he went to Bentonville High. And he's finna be a hog and put up some numbers. But
who you picking? Give
me them Hogs. I'm gonna say 27-21. Last year, 7-3. It's not gonna happen again. I think both teams are gonna have their chances to fight and to put up some points. So give me, let me change that. Give me 27 to 18.
27-18.
27-18. Don't even know if you can do that in a football game, but we're going to do it.
Oh, you can do any kind of score. All right. So at this point of the season, the Hogs are 4-3, right? And I had us picked to be 4-3 at this point of the season.
Yes.
Now I was off on a couple of the games. I picked us to beat Okie State. We lost. I picked us to lose to Auburn. We won. But I had us picked to be 4-3 going into the Mississippi State game. Then I had us going on a 4 game winning streak, starting with Mississippi State, then Ole Miss, then Texas, then La Tech, and then losing to Missouri. And I am sticking with the Hogs. I was down. I'll tell you what, if we would have done our reaction show, I'd have probably told you I was picking the Bulldogs. But everything settled down.
Yeah, it's probably better for the best that we didn't record an instant reaction because I was
low.
My head was hung.
Low on the Hogs.
And but that's what is so amazing about college football because
I don't like it.
You don't get this from the NFL.
I don't like the losing part. That's a fact.
There are some Detroit and Chicago fans that are just, oh my gosh, we live and breathe this. But the overall feel of the NFL, you don't get it like you do college. It's live or die every single week. You're either the happiest person or you just want to wrap around a tree because this game is a game of high emotions and intense emotions, and that's what I love about this game. That's what I love about the Razorbacks. Hate them or love them, you're gonna hate them or love them. It's not they're okay. It's when you have a team, you are high for them, you're low for them, and that's what I love about college football. But give me Arkansas all day.
I'm going to take the Hogs. I think it is going to be a close game. I hope it's not. I hope we get the offense going. But the offense has been slow, been struggling, been turning the ball over. I'm going to pick the Hogs 24-21.
Okay. I see it, and I was going to do a field goal game. 24-21 was my gut. But whatever I said, I'm sticking with because I feel like our defense is going to
Taylor Green's going to have to kick the field goal because we don't have a field goal kicker that can kick a field goal.
We took Cam Little for granted, man. We was living life luxury. Does he have a brother? Do we know? Is there a Cam Littler?
I don't know. Let's shave his mustache off and bring him back as
he's got eligibility
as Bam Little.
He got drafted as a junior. We can get him another year. What's that dude? What's the old
Here's
man
the deal.
receiver's name?
Amateurism is gone. These players are getting paid money to play football.
Yes, you're getting paid to do it.
Yeah, if I say, why are we making them? Why are we holding all those old rules to them? Let them play as long as they can play. If they can't go to the NFL, I mean, college is it's not amateur football anymore. It's pro. It's a semi-pro football. Let them play.
Yeah. And I just thought of this. I just want to throw it out there in case it happens. What's that dude's name on our team? The old man.
Oh, why'd you ask me?
Because I can't think of it.
Starts with a T.
Terry Higgins.
Everybody knows who you're talking about. Just say it.
Okay, that guy. Sorry, I can't think of your name, man. I love you. He's gonna have 130 receiving yards and a touchdown. I'm not throwing it out there. I feel good about him. Give me them Hogs. You know, today's episode, and as always, every single one, it's all sponsored by Shelter Insurance.
For all your insurance needs.
Do you know that you can do this right here?
What's that?
That you can get insured in the state of Tennessee.
Oh.
You can get insured in the state of Arkansas.
Yeah.
And if you're feeling it, if you're living life on the wild
Hey,
side.
look here. I know we bust on Missouri.
No,
I'm
getting somewhere.
Clients in Missouri.
I'm getting somewhere. If you're living life on the wild side and you're feeling good, you can get it in Missouri too.
We love you, Missouri.
We love Missouri. If you buy insurance,
people that live in Missouri, we love you.
Yeah, and
talking about your football team,
dude. If
hate
man,
your football team.
talking about some
Hate
insurance, you talking about some insurance? You can get farm, dude. You
Yeah.
can get house.
Yeah,
You can get car,
yeah.
which is auto.
Mm-hmm.
You can get life if you're planning on dying or don't want
Everybody is.
to. I mean, you got to regardless. Unless the Lord comes back.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Good to have you. Assurance, and then also have you some insurance.
Oh, thank you, Lord.
There you go.
Start preaching, brother.
I mean, we can break it down right
Hey
now.
now.
If we need to.
Hey now. What else can you get? You can get annuities because they're doing better than CDs, I've heard.
That's a fact.
They might be. Don't know if they are or not.
They are.
They are.
Annuity, I mean.
What else can you get? Can you get any other
right
insurance?
now you can get on your annuity money. We can get you positive of 5% interest, and at a bank CD at a bank, you're getting, at best 3, sometimes 4, but it's tax difference. You can pretty much add a percentage and a half just on the tax advantages to an annuity. So,
and do you want to know what sold me on these annuities?
what's that? Tell me.
Did you guys know that a bank can only holds like what 10% of what money that they
FDIC insurance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have if you got $1 million with a bank and you need $1 million, they're going to give you $38 and tell you to go to Wendy's.
That's not 10%.
But
Yeah.
insurance,
Your
tell them
money-
what happens
your-
if you got insurance.
Your money is safer with an insurance company just because of the way they're regulated. Somebody said, "Oh, well, insurance companies ain't FDIC insured." Well, I say, "Well, good, because FDIC insurance only covers you for 10% of your money. If you got $1 million and there's a run on the banks, all they have to give you is $100,000,
That's it.
and they're not required to keep more than that in liquidable assets as well. But insurance companies are required to keep 110% liquidable assets. So
Did you know that that's more than 10%?
if there's a run on the insurance company, we got your money. We hand it to you.
Have to. Otherwise, they go to jail and they get shut down.
Get shut out.
But 10% is more than 20%.
It is.
It's more than 50%.
No, 10% is not more than 20%.
10%'s 20%.
10% is.
20% is more than 10%.
That's fact.
50% is more than 10%.
That's bad.
70% is more than 10%.
That's a fact.
And 110 is 11 times
I don't know about that, but it's good.
more than 10%.
I think you may be right, but at this point, it's so hot in here. I'm just waiting on you to end this podcast.
110%. That's 100
Give me them hogs.
more than 10%. Get shelter insurance. I'm trying to help you out, and you mad at me.
I'm hot, dude. I'm tired.
Thank y'all. God bless. Give me the hogs. Love y'all.
Jesus saves.
Woo pig.